by and large, the platforms are still failing to enforce their own rules in terms of terrorist and violent extremist content, hate speech, in terms of disinformation, information operations, inauthentic coordinated activity. And we've got tons of evidence to show that that's happening. Worse still, we do find that the content that comes closest to the red line, that content does tend to get the most traction. And so you have not a kind of free speech environment, not a level playing field for speech and competition of ideas. You have a distorted speech environment in which the most sensationalist, the most extreme views tend to get hypercharged over other things. That's a curated speech environment in which essentially the business model, which is an attention economy business model, there to make sure that you're on the platforms buying stuff longer, dominates over safety or democracy concerns. Digital literacy, digital citizenship education is really where I think we need to be going, which is in part understanding, if you like, how to protect ourselves from these threats, which is one side of it, but also in part how to equip us with proactively creating the good, good spaces, positive, pro-social environments, democratic environments online. I love Deepti's work. It's so important to start to really define how do we create these, a good web, a place that we want to be, but also a democratic web, a web that incentivizes democratic participation and engagement. So we have to come at it from a supply and demand standpoint. We need to be thinking in a much more comprehensive way about how we approach these problems. I think it will be good business for those of you investing in tech to invest in safety by design over time, because people are starting to wake up to the real harms of this, and they won't allow for it long term. And so safety by design, I think, is starting to land as an idea. And we have to remember, we are in a geopolitical contest right now. The very survival of liberal democracy is in question. And the internet is the arena in which that battle is being played out. Authoritarian states are very well aware of that and invest heavily in shaping our information ecosystem in their image. And we must do the same. So we need a vision for a democratic web. We all have a role to play here. In each of your companies, don't just think about digital literacy for kids. Adults, continuous learning. How is this ecosystem evolving? We need to be doing this work. We can all contribute to that.